that's part of the Zen process, is you're not told about anything, so you have to challenge yourself to get through the whole process without knowing what the outcome is. Because then it through that method, through the methodology of Zen, it weeds out anyone that doesn't have commitment. And the commitment is a lifelong commitment. It's not about going, I'm going to do this thing for 5 years and get my black belt, if you're lucky, in Aikido. And then you go, oh, well, I achieved my goal. It's like, okay, there's certain schools that facilitate that, but the methodology of Zen doesn't. So at 5 years, you should still just be sitting there going, man, I've got so much more to learn. That black belt's just the beginning of where you go from here. You know, white belt was the beginning of starting, but the black belt is the beginning of to understand.
Doesn't sound like that lends itself to a lot of people doing it.
Maybe not. I'm not. It's everybody's own path to walk. So that's why it's tough to market and commercialize Aikido. It can be done. Like you can have a dojo full of students. That's no drama. But the old adage is, how many of those people in the dojo could you call up at 4 a.m. and they'll pick up the phone for you? And then will they come to you if you ask them to come for any number of multitude of reasons? And in that case, and in that sense, you have our common master, Shihan Brown, who you know that if he called any one of his students at any time and said, I need you here now, it wouldn't matter what we were doing. We would all drop everything we were doing and we would turn up there. And that's is it fealty? The
fealty?
Fealty, yeah. That's the concept you're meant to be learning in martial arts, because that's the life lesson. That's how you're meant to walk through the world in the grand scheme of martial arts. That's the purpose. It's not about just having a rumble and a roll around and a spar, and maybe the concept of perhaps I might need this, or if I'm attacked. That has very little to do with what the martial arts are now in peacetime. So that's the difference between the Budo, the way, and the jitsu, the art form, or the militaria of the art. So the Budo is meant to have the militaria of the art in it. So you've got to be able to use it as a effective an application. But in the jitsu, you don't have a way of walking through the world and a way of approaching situations with the martial mind, the warrior mindset, the outcome you're achieving. So it's just a competition.
So for simple terms, is it kind of like blending the technical elements with the philosophical side of things, or the ethical side of things? Is that is Budo the combination of those things?
Yeah, maybe you could think of it as like Budo is a veil or a curtain that hides the violence that exists in martial arts. For you to be able to walk as a productive, functional member of society. Because you don't necessarily want to walk around as not a gangster, as like, the braggadocio. You don't want to be the man that walks everywhere like this because I know martial arts and get the heck out of my way because I can kick your ass. You'll soon find you're sitting on your ass really quickly when you do that, because there's thousands of people that have immense amounts of martial arts skill that you wouldn't pick.
Yeah.
They're just walking down the street and you're like, who, what, how, you know. You can't pick who that is, and that's a really nice way in which to be in the world, but knowing that at any point in time the veil can drop instantly, or it will not drop, it will vanish instantly, and you'll be face to face with a warrior tiger and you'll lose. And that's the major difference between the jiu-jitsu and the do. As looking at it from the outside.